Good morning again from Yami B TV. Wishing you all well, sending loads of love to you as usual before I go on my travels with my Colombo Mac on, albeit a black Mac. Just to clarify, and it is very important that I clarify this from the first video with Lenny McLean, alcrossly, John Madden, etc., etc., that I know throughout my life when witnesses are at scenes of crimes and things, when you read statements, they see a few things different to the other person. But yet they were all there at the same time. The bit that was important that I should have put in on the first video is that Al Crosley, whether they had an altercation of some kind as well, remember they both respected each other, really. Like a lot of people in that life around Lenny, having John Madden around them, etc., they all respected each other in some ways. So there's always going to be little disagreements and someone getting in the last word, and it depends on the level of argument, and it depends on human behaviour about how the way they answer it that day. We know what it all means, right? But the cars, when I said coming around the front, another person says that they were waiting to pick Al Crosley up away. So Al wasn't aware that they was there. That was the other angle of reading that situation. But of course, I'm just giving you weariness. With Lenny McLean, who he might have been weary of. But that story there, you remember, I'm not there. So other people were there, but they're saying, no, Yami, he was there to pick him up. Al Crosley is not that kind of figure, and rightly so. Wasn't a boxer. That's what I was getting at earlier. But also, I knew that he was in the world's strongest man competition. He's about 5'9", very powerful man. If it goes off in that first minute and he gets hold of you because his power's so explosive, anything can happen, right? What I will tell you, that is absolute fact, that before Lenny McLean had his last fight with Man Mountain York, right, they were sitting round the table after a closing night of one of those clubs. And Lenny was discussing who he was going to fight next. And Al Crosley said to Lenny McLean, I'll fight you. And Lenny McLean said, look, it doesn't really work that way. They like to match people up, and there's some suggesting maybe that sometimes they know the outcome of fights before, but I don't know. I wasn't involved in the fighting game. But Al Crosley definitely put it to him. But Lenny didn't get angry over it. He respected it, what Al Crosley was saying. So I'm hearing that Al Crosley was an angelic figure, kind of spiritual, deep man who was quite different from a lot of those others, where he liked to protect the weak and vulnerable. Important parts to the video, with more ingredients, if you get what I mean. Also, it's fair to say that I clarify, on the hippodrome door, there was a big guy called Albert. I think he was light skinned, a bit younger than Lenny, right? But he done four Dorman all by himself. Lenny might have been a little bit weary of him, but by that time, Lenny was into his 40s and had his reputation already. Also remembering that Lenny hired a lot of Dorman younger than him because they looked up to him, which shows me again that Lenny could pick a good team around him as well, that were reliable, loyal to him during those latter stages of his security and Dorman fighting career that tragically ended and cut short very early for him in life. So I hope we get that bit right with stories, because when you're not there, you know, different people see different things. And when you hear one person talk, you think, oh, right, until you hear another person talk. And then that clarifies what that story really means in reality. Sending loads of love to you.